There is unlimited abundance in this world. So why do so many people feel like there is not enough? What if abundance is already around you, but you have been looking in the wrong direction? Most people say they want abundance. Here is something I learned. First, abundance is not just money. Abundance is your peace of mind. It is living in a healthy body. It is supportive people in your life. It is opportunities to choose from. It's creativity flowing through you. It is also the freedom to live fully, being you. That is true abundance. Unlimited opportunities, creativity, possibilities, unlimited love. Second, you might say you want abundance. The real question is, how open are you to receiving it? Sometimes we say we want more, but inside we are still holding on to worry, we are shrinking, there is self-doubt, fear, stuckness, and all this emotional baggage. And that blocks the flow of energy, not allowing receiving to come into your life. How much of your day is spent worrying about money, about the future, about things that have not even happened yet? Third, everything in life is energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, tension, all of it. All of it creates the energy you live in today. When your inner state is stuck in a lack or negativity, there is no room for the shift to happen for you. And even if opportunities appear, guess what? You may not be in the state of mind to see them. I just recorded episode number 100 of the Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds podcast. When I started this journey, this podcast, I honestly didn't know where it would go. But every week someone shared how it helped them. So I want to thank you for the messages you wrote telling me something you wanted, something that you heard helped you shift. So from my heart, thank you so much for being here. And to celebrate this milestone, I want to share something that has helped me for almost 20 years, a visualization I called the Garden of Abundance. I want you to imagine abundance as a garden with flowers, opportunities, with peace, creativity, and love. Everything already is growing there. But many of us stand outside the gate, believing it's not possible or available to us. This visualization will guide you to walk into that garden and begin receiving more of what life already has to offer. I am sharing it with you as my gift, as a token of my gratitude for you being here. If this resonates with you, listen to episode number 100. See you there. This podcast is for the soul who knows there is more, the one who's been carrying it all for far too long. If you're ready to let go of old stories, to stop replaying the past and start living from your truth, you're in the right place. This is your moment to release the noise and reconnect to what's real. Welcome to Baggage Begun, Healing Hearts and Minds. I'm Tammy Machmali. Nobody teaches us this about abundance. Most people believe abundance will arrive when life finally gets easier. When the problems are solved, when the money comes, when the conditions are finally right. But what if that belief is exactly what blocks abundance? What if abundance does not begin when everything is fixed and right, but the moment you stop trying to fix and control everything? And what if the shift happens when you stop forcing life to look the way you think it should and begin allowing life to unfold from where you are right now? Today's episode is very special for me because this is episode number 100 of the Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds podcast. And when I started this podcast, I honestly wasn't even sure I would reach 50 episodes. It began as an experiment, learning, adjusting, figuring things out along the way. But here we are, episode number 100. Wow, so exciting. And the first thing I want to say is simply thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because this podcast exists because of you. Every week you listen, you share the episode, you send messages telling me how something you heard helped you see your life differently, the shift, the transformation. There were moments when life was busy and I wondered if this conversation were reaching the people who needed them, but you kept showing up. And because of that, today we reached episode number 100 together. So from my heart, thank you for being here. Now, because this episode number 100, I wanted to share something meaningful with you, a perspective about abundance that has changed the way I understand life and abundance, and the way many of my clients begin to shift their own lives through changing the thoughts about how to cultivate abundance. And if you stay with me until the end of this episode, I'm going to share with you a short guided visualization I've used for years for myself. It's something I call the Garden of Abundance. It's simple but a very powerful visualization that you can use daily to tap into the well of abundance that it's in each one of you. And it's not outside yourself, it's inward. And it can help you reconnect with the sense of abundance that may already exist in your life, even if you haven't noticed it yet. Welcome to Baggage Be Gone, Healing Hearts and Minds. I'm Tammy Machmali. This podcast is about how to better your life by releasing the emotional and mental baggage many of us carry from the past that no longer serve us, so we can move out of feeling stuck and overwhelmed and tap into our highest self with excitement. It is about learning how to live more freely and happily, tapping into your gifts, sharing your contribution with the world, and reconnecting with your intuition, your inner wisdom, and the life you were truly meant to live. And today's episode is a special one. As I said before, this episode number 100, and I'm really excited. When I first started this podcast, I honestly didn't know where it would lead. There were moments of excitement, moments of self-doubt, and weeks when life was simply very busy. I even moved to a new house in the last month. So it was really overwhelming, but we made it happen and we kept going. Today we reached this milestone together. So I want to thank you for being here, for listening, for sharing the episodes, and for being part of this journey. This podcast truly would not exist without you. Today we are going to talk about something that affects every part of our lives, abundance. And when I'm talking about abundance, it's not just money, but the deeper sense of abundance in life, like peace, opportunities, relationships, creativity, health, and freedom. And we are going to explore something that may surprise you. Sometimes the more we try to solve our problems, the more resistance we create. But when our mindset shifts and when the subconscious patterns underneath our thoughts begin to change, which is the root cause of the issues, life can start to move with much more ease and flow. So stay with me until the end of this episode, because I'm going to guide you through a visualization I've used for many years, and it shifted a lot for me. I call it the Garden of Abundance. It's a simple exercise, but it can help you reconnect with the feeling of abundance that already exists within you. And when that inner feeling shifts, something very interesting begins to happen in your life. The hidden block of abundance. Most people believe abundance means money, but abundance is much bigger than money. Abundance is so much more. It includes the things that bring safety and abundance into our lives, such as love, peace, health, opportunities, meaningful relationships, our creativity, freedom, the joy that we experience. Money is simply one expression of this abundance. But many people struggle with abundance because they treat it like a problem they need to figure out and solve. So they analyze it, they chase it, they stress about it, constantly worrying, hustling, creating drama. Many people spend most of their day worrying about the future instead of enjoying the present moment. And this is how I lived most of my life until I started releasing the mental and emotional baggage And then I could tap into this learning. And here's the interesting part. When your mind believes something is a problem, your brain automatically starts looking for evidence that the problem exists. So instead of finding solutions, you often create more worries and more problems. In psychology, this is called confirmation bias. The brain keeps providing the story you already believe is true in a loop. So you're creating the same problem over and over. And before you realize it, you are caught in a loop. So if your subconscious mind believes, let's say, abundance comes to me in difficult ways, it's hard to achieve abundance, your mind will constantly find proof that abundance is difficult, that you need to hustle and work hard, and money is not growing on the trees, and whatever your parents taught you or you learned from the environment. No matter how much you consciously want to change, the change will not come easily and effortlessly, because in your subconscious mind, the root cause of the issue is that you think abundance is difficult to achieve. And therefore, you're gonna create resistance to achieve abundance. The subconscious pattern. The deep layer of this idea of abundance lives in your subconscious mind, the bank of memory. Your subconscious mind stores beliefs that form throughout your life, from your childhood, from society, from your parents, family, and from your early experiences. And this is how baggage started. Beliefs like life is hard, I'm too old to find love, it's too late to change, success requires struggle and hard work, abundance is rare, I need to work harder and hustle more, money creates stress, money is hard to make. So even if you consciously want more abundance in any area of your life, if it's in your relationships, in your home, in your business, if it's money, if it's traveling, if it's more time, your subconscious mind may still be operating from these old programs. Therefore, you will create resistance to have more abundance. And only when you release these beliefs, then abundance will come to you easily and effortlessly. So in many ways, you end up creating what you don't want because your attention keeps returning to it in a negative way. And when the subconscious mind and conscious mind are not aligned, guess what? You create resistance. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions are going to be aligned with abundance is hard for me. And as the saying goes, what you resist often persists. That resistance creates stress, worry, and overthinking. And down the line, it's a baggage, mental and emotional baggage that you created. And the more we try to force abundance, the stronger that resistance can become, because in our mind, the subconscious mind feels that it's not safe for you to create abundance because it's used to not having abundance or fear of having abundance. The real shift. Now you may ask, what should I do instead? I'm tired of hustling. Here is a surprising truth. Abundance doesn't appear when we force it. Abundance begins to appear when resistance softens, when we learn to accept the here and now, live in the present moment, and appreciate what already exists in our lives, while trusting that more is possible for us. When you stop treating life like a constant problem you must figure out and solve, something inside you begins to relax. Then your subconscious mind, your nervous system relaxes, and your brain shifts into a different mode, which is safety. There is no problem. It can happen easily and effortless because then your subconscious mind feels that it's safe for you. Then it's create a surface, a mood that is more open to experience joy, health, opportunities, and possibilities, often in ways you could not have imagined, because you are not trying to control exactly how or when things should happen. how the abundance should come to you, and then it flows energetically, easily and effortlessly to you. Psychologists call this the broaden and build response. So when people feel calm, safe, and positive, the mind becomes more creative, open, and resourceful to shift the energy and bring abundance. Energy that flows more freely, easily, and you can feel it, a shift in your body and your mind. And when there is less resistance, life often begins to bring new forms of abundance that you couldn't even imagine possible for you. You may ask, how does that look in everyday life? So let me tell you. All of a sudden, new ideas begin to appear. New opportunities become visible. New doors open for you. New connections form. Not because you forced them, but because your perception expanded. Your body surrendered. Your body believes, accepted that everything's come to you easily and effortlessly just because you are happy. You're accepting the state of mind that you're in right now. And when perception expands, abundance begins to flow more naturally, easily, and effortlessly. So instead of asking, how do I fix my life? I invite you to ask a different question. How can I feel good right now, just as I am? Because the moment your emotional state shifts, your perceptions shift. And often that is where the opening begins and where the flow of abundance starts. Now that I have explained this idea, I want to share with you a visualization that I began practicing almost 20 years ago, and it helped me to embody, to feel this abundance before I even knew that it's coming my way, before I invited this home, before I created this business, the car, the family that I have. It completely changed the way I understand abundance, and I want to share it with you. I call it the field of abundance. And as you listen to it, you will understand why. And it's really precious and beautiful. Now, I want to guide you through a short experience. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to do this. Just try it a few times until you embody that, until your body relaxes and feel that everything is possible for you. I personally like adding it to my daily routine, either when I wake up or before I go to sleep, because it helps shift my energy. Feel safe, calm, and reminds me that everything is okay with me, that I can accept God's will for me and trust the process of life. If you are driving, simply listen. If you can close your eyes for a moment, that's even better. Take a slow breath in and gently exhale. Allow your shoulders to drop. Let your body soften. Allow your mind to quiet the noise. Now imagine yourself standing in a wide open field, a beautiful garden filled with blooming flowers. They stretch as far as the eye can see. Thousands of flowers are blooming all around you. Colors everywhere. A soft wind moves gently through the field, and you can feel it, you can smell it, you can see it, you can hear it. This field represents the abundance that already exists in your life. Notice something interesting. You didn't plant these flowers. You didn't force them to grow. They were already here. You were simply too busy looking somewhere else to notice them. You are here now simply as an observer, trusting, accepting, and appreciating the power of God's creation, knowing that everything is possible for you. I invite you to breathe in and breathe out this abundance into your heart, remembering the vision of the flowers, the smell, their voice, the wind, how it feels, how you see it. Feel it. Now imagine yourself walking slowly through this garden. Each step reveals more beauty, more color, more life. Feel the calm around you. Feel the safety. Feel the openness. This field represents the abundance that already exists in your life, the opportunities you have not noticed yet, the support that already surrounds you, the goodness that is quietly unfolding. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to chase anything. All you need to do is open your eyes and see what is already here. Breathe in again. Breathe out into your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the appreciation and gratitude for the people and blessings already present in your life. Now, in the middle of the garden, you notice something ahead. 5 doors. Each door represents a step toward the life you want to create. Walk toward the first door. When you open it, you simply see your life as it is today. No judgment, just awareness, your current situation, your current path. Everything is okay with you. Now walk to the second door, knowing that everything is okay with you. Everything is the way God's wanted it for you, working for you. As you open the second door, allow yourself to imagine the possibilities of change, something new beginning to unfold. See small improvements, new ideas, new opportunities. Now walk to the third door. Take a deep breath in, exhale out. Here you begin to see yourself moving forward with more confidence, more freedom, more support. You feel your inner strength growing. Take a slow breath in and exhale out. Now walk to the fourth door. When you open this door, imagine the life you truly desire beginning to unfold. You don't know how it's going to happen, but you know in your heart that it's already happening. Maybe it's more peace in your relationships. Maybe it's success in your work. Maybe it's health, joy, or financial stability. Allow yourself to simply feel it without knowing anything, just feeling it, embodying it. How it unfolds can be left to God's timing and wisdom. Breathe in and breathe out. Now walk toward the fifth door. This is the final door. When you open it, step fully into the life you desire, the abundance that is waiting for you because you are part of God's creation. You are a child of God and everything is possible for you. I want you to smile. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your heart to the endless possibilities. See yourself living this life. Feel the calm, feel the freedom, feel the security, feel the joy. Notice something important. This feeling of abundance is not coming from outside of you. It is coming from within you. It is already there for you. You are the energy of abundance. That's right. You are allowing yourself to receive more, be more, and feel more, because the ability to create a new picture of life begins inside your mind. Take a moment to repeat silently. I am capable of creating the life I desire. My mind can imagine new possibilities. Abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly. Abundance exists in many forms in my life. That's right. Now slowly bring your attention back to the garden of flowers. Look around you again. The flowers were always there. Abundance was always here. You simply needed to open your eyes to see it. Take one more slow breath in. Exhale out and gently return to the here and now, to the room, to your body, to the chair. Open your eyes. Remember this feeling, because abundance is not something you must force or chase. It is something you learn to recognize and invite into your life by trusting God's creation and timing, knowing that more is possible for you without worrying or obsessing about that. What it means for you can come easily and naturally as you continue taking steps forward. Now take a deep breath and smile, knowing that you deserve good things and more is always possible for you, easily and effortlessly. Now, as we come to the end of this episode, I want to thank you again for being here and staying until the end. Reaching 100 episodes is a beautiful reminder that healing, growth, and transformation happens step by step, sometimes slowly, sometimes in ways we didn't expect, but every step matters. If something in today's episode spoke to you, especially the idea that abundance begins inside you before it shows up outside, take a moment to reflect on it and remember that, because the truth is many of the patterns that blocks abundance are not conscious. They live in the subconscious mind, and that's exactly where deep transformation begins. If this episode spoke to you, please comment, share, and subscribe so more people can benefit from these conversations. As we celebrate episode 100, I want to leave you with this simple truth. No matter what is happening in your life right now, you do not need to force anything. You simply want to release resistance and allow life to flow, trusting that more is possible for you. In my work, I guide people to release the emotional and mental baggage that is often keeps them stuck, whether it shows up in relationships, career, health, or finances. That's my method, Baggage Began Healing Hearts and Minds, using tools like hypnosis, subconscious programming, and energy work. So we can go to the root of the patterns, the root of the issues, not just the surface symptoms. And that has lasting results, and I'm really proud of this work. I would love to hear from you. You can DM me, you can email me, you can call me, because when the subconscious mind shifts, life begins to change in ways that feel natural and aligned, and that's really powerful. So if anything in this episode resonates with you, know that you don't have to figure everything out alone. If you feel called to explore this work more deeply, you're welcome to reach out to me. You can learn more or schedule a conversation through my website or the contact information in the show note. Please share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for listening. And remember, you may already be standing in your own garden of abundance. You simply need to open your eyes, your heart, and see it. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and keep letting go of the baggage that no longer belongs to you. Sending you so much love. This is Tammy. See you next week.
If you're curious and want to dive deeper, you are in the right space. I ask you to look within for all the things that you want to do, be, and have. Join me at the Baggage Began Healing Hearts and Minds podcast with new episodes every Wednesday as we discover the path towards healing and transformation.